for the prayer and the invocation, opening invocation. With that, we'll go right into roll call, starting with Senator Whitecliffe from Black Lodge.
Mayor Whitecliffe, Black Lodge rep here.
Darn Spotted, Black Lodge here. Whitecliffe, Black Lodge here.
What do you want to try to spot over that? Roll one, Lodge Press.
Not a great big one.
The one they lose out here.
No crew, we start to we can all lose. We got to test it.
Good luck, Eagles, you got a charger here.
Male Bear, Mighty Feet here.
Alden, Legal here.
Deep green.
For the record, you got Mike. Mike, you let Deeper in.
Whitecliffe, Black Lodge here.
Yeah. So, 13, correct?
Yeah, 13 for
13 present. We got a quorum. Like I said, we mentioned before, we've past couple days we've had some senators call in and had some emergencies. Some of them had some medical issues, and today I know Tom had to go to Billings too this morning for his brother's having some medical conditions too, emergency. So we kind of lost quorum this morning on that, but we've moved on with business on some of these committee meetings that business that needed to get done. So this past days we've still been meeting in these committee meetings. Next thing on the agenda is elections. It says we use the old one. That's kind of a typo, but we still got one election that we have to deal with that's vacant right now. That's the gaming committee. So with chairman I believe the vice chairman's Senator Demandi right now, but it's vacant as a chairman. So at this time, we'll open up the floor for nominations for the chairman of gaming. Before I recognize Senator Goodluck.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, Secretary, guests, members of the body, executive officials. I'd like to nominate Senator Demandi as chairman of gaming.
Senator Goodluck nominates Senator Demandi for chairman of gaming. Any more nominations? Going once? Going twice?
Second.
Second of that. What about second of that? We get a second on that? So Senator Okro got a second, but so first call, second call, no more nominations. Third call. So Senator Demandi, congratulations by acclamation. Take on that chairman seat. So now that gives us another one, vice chair of gaming. He previously served as the vice chair, so he now serves as the chairman of gaming. Now we'll open up the floor for vice chair. Floor recognizes Senator Goodluck.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, guests. I'd like to nominate Sean Wilbur.
Floor is open for nominations. Senator Goodluck nominates Senator Rilbert from the Reno District. Second by Senator Okro. Any more nominations? Going once, going twice. Congratulations, Vice Chair, Gaming Commission, Senator Rilbert. Speech. Got anything to say, Senator Demandi?
I'm gonna do my best with everything else outside the memory process.
Thank you. Senator Rilbert?
Oh, mas lagi tahu ini business is very good. Ada kelas budget like if we do turn the forward look shells very vendors today can 2, 3, 4 and then English was super. You choke bug na businesses na jig casino na jig na what cool business na jig and oh my chief ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಮೀವಾಯಿನ ಸಾಯಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಮೀರ್ಗಾಯಿಡು ಇಚ್ಛಿಸಿದ್ರಿ ಎಂಬ ಹೋಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿ. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Moving on to recognize guests like this. At this time, I'd like to welcome the executive officials, Vice Chairman. Let's go. Vice Chairman. Vice Chairman goes ahead and Vice Secretary Backbone here, and Pastor Dwayne Pucci. Also like to welcome him. Other than that, oh, we got Kenny.
Oh.
Bob, so I'll look up the players now.
Okay.
It's a good time to kind of take a pause. Okay, no. It's Bob, so then Kenny was going to go around, so. On to 3, review and adopt agenda. We got journals, January 2018 quarterly session. I believe that's gonna it's in the works, and tomorrow, Jackie, that should be ready by tomorrow. So other than that, I need a motion to review and adopt the agenda. You guys think we missed anything, or you wanted to add something? This is the time, or not? And we'll make sure that full recognize Senator Tyson. Motion to adopt. Second by Senator Not Afraid. Questions? Senator Okro, all in favor of adopting the agenda, signify by raising your right hand. 13 yes. Don't know. Abstain. Okay, so I'll move on to number 5, reports. Legislative branch, Speaker and Secretary of the House. I think I'll do my brief report here. Foolish, I had Jackie hand out some calendars. Did you guys get them? They sit on your desk, calendars. Some of you guys, I believe you don't have them. There's some sitting on the corner of some of your decrease desk. It's kind of, it starts from the January all the way to the April right now, so I'll just go through a little bit of what we've been through January session. It's like we ran through 2 weeks of January session, and at the commencement, nothing all the way till the 30th of January, and I believe there's a travel there. I myself, Tom Militel, Lloyd Hogan, Senator Whiteclay, Frank, and I think that's it. We traveled to Denver on the request of the executive branch to sit in on some of their meetings down there. So that was in one of my reports. The Denver trip, we met with DEMD one day. You guys can help me out too, the ones that were there present. We met with DMD, who was the solar and wind? Siemens, I believe. Siemens, Solar and Wind, Native American Bank, and Excel on kind of sat in on some of the DMD project. Sat at the office and went over some of the executive was kind of looking, exploring on some of the issues that they're going through, whether it was through the housing project, the casinos. DMD was there to help on whatever ventures that technical assistance, pretty much that needed to be helped on, and they were there to assist and try which direction we wanted to head on. So we sat in on that meeting. Also, the Excel met with Excel on the whole Westmoreland issue. You guys heard it before, is the proposal of eventually purchasing the mine. So that was in the talks on that initial Excel meeting. We sat in on that. Like I said, we weren't sitting in as negotiators, but executive was at the table. We were there firsthand to witness some of the initial talks with Excel, and I believe there's some handouts on that. Then we're moving on to February. February wasn't too much. It's one of those months of basketball tournaments, and every weekend I think we had a basketball tournament. So it was, you know how that goes around here. Once we get into basketball mode, everything shuts down. It seems like. So that was, I believe the 22nd Natural Resource had a meeting. Other than that, I don't see too much in February. Then we get into March, then, this is what I wanted to get into is, once we got into March, we got down to the first day of March where we lost our legal counsel. She gave her a 30-day notice on the first. So, once she gave us a 30-day notice, we automatically, we knew we had to advertise for a new attorney. So we got those out. Dawn came and picked up her last check during the 9th of that week. So we got the announcements out right away. So as of now, there's, I believe, 3 applicants that did submit their applications. So if you guys wanted to go, we haven't closed that yet. So that's still open on our attorney position. If you guys wanted to look at those applicants now, I believe Jackie has those, so you guys can take a look through that. Once we do close that applicants, we'll send it through Health and Human Committee. That way they can screen them and we can make a selection as a body on those ones. So on that, once we started lacking our legal counsel, we knew we needed some help legally. So we brought back on Leslie. Leslie, if you stand up and wave your hand or something. We brought Leslie back on an emergency hire because we know she knows where everything's at. She knows our system here, and we needed someone that actually here to understand where we're at. So she's a big help. So if you guys need help right now legally, Leslie's here. So until we get a full-time in-house counsel going too, she'll work alongside that. Yes.
I'd like to, when's the last day to submit the application for it?
On our advertisement, we didn't put a closing date, right? It's kind of, we were just playing it by ear and see how much applicants we get, and then maybe, hey, if it's getting down to the end of the session, maybe we want to close it and go with just 3, or if there's a couple more. Can't wait forever though, because we need a legal counsel in-house. So if you guys we tried to put it out on various, the website, some of different Sherry had to put it out there in advertisements. So if you guys know of anyone, you guys get the advertisements out, let Sherry know so she can get it out there. And also I got committee meetings. I wanted to do this every quarter. First quarter committee meetings, I had them get a list together of how active the committees are, and yes, it's on your desk also, so look through that, and we're going to do this every quarter on the committees. Also, Salisa, she's got IDs. I don't know if everyone got an ID. All you guys get IDs? If not, get with Salisa. She's got IDs that you guys can use as an employee, or not employees, but actually when you go to like motels and stuff, you can use them as government rates and stuff like that. But she's got our legislative branch IDs. If you guys haven't got those. Other than that, we move into our session. Like we said, we're down to on this calendar every days that they have meetings, and then the days that the bills were due. So we'll, another one is the Bighorn District. As you know, we had to fill a vacant seat there. This coming Saturday is the elections on our Bighorn seat. One was Mr. Lula. We went through confirmation with him on the CEO. We thought he was a run, but I guess he disqualified himself yesterday. So now there's only 2 candidates that will go straight to the general elections. 28?
Something like that.
28, I believe, is the general elections on the Bighorn District representative. Other than that, my report, that's, like I said, we'll try to come up with these every quarter, just to make sure we're being active and staying active within these committees too also. And another I wanted to report is, once you guys' committee's done, Salisa's got these binders over here. Whether it's your roll call, make a copy and your notes, and you can put them in your committees over there. That way, you guys have something to reference back to. So I don't know if anyone's utilizing that portion. You guys can make copies and then put them in those folders. That way, at least we've got someone we can refer back to on that. Hey, Kalgosh, on my speaker's report, this time I'll turn it over to Secretary D. Crane.
Oh. Report very like crazy.
No, for this quarter, reporting, what I like to see more is committee meetings. Okay, must go to Washington again. The coming months, I like to see more committee meetings in this August. Because then, August after habbaja taagi Washington guys meetings te wage bol the wakaji no place is kwa that's what I like to see more committee meetings. We had the room done too, so Tommy could sit back in his desk. He was reading on his desk. Make room for it, top up. Start break. Go to the alley. Music breaks you. Compliment the boy. Mommy is mom, but mom quiet because you like because you organized school. All up below. Too much. There's no old business ball. Like beasts there, you got. Big. Malah kat bakal ini saya kan kecil kan mas, maka itu, agak, ya speaker aja itu, keren, betul tu sebab kalau, kalau push by way, so. Next quarter reports back Gaza place. They keep like, oh.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. On the agenda, it's got legislative branch committees, but Vice Chair asked to do his report today at 11, and we had him come in. If you guys don't mind, we want to have Vice Chair just give his report now while we're ready. You guys don't mind? Then we'll go to committee reports. Okay, so yeah. Sean, report natin ito. Okay. All right. Then right now we'll give the floor to our Vice Chairman, to Senator in my life. Senator Chewy. Chuck says all the big man who want to see.
What up? Go to the walk back. Yeah. Walk the money, favorite, cheap. You check that. 야게 그렇게 지가 자기로 유도에 어쩌고요 미라 마보르스테 가고가 빠지고 마이가 해요 위로 세월을 피했다지 막에 코라라 거리 스테이크 바코에 코라라 내려 못해 고름시오 마사야 군 쿠시 콘크레보에 쉐이터 우리 올라가게 리체 again 우리가 와 저시를 자르게 치가에 요와리고 이게 그죠 야게 말레레스 이겨대 바보 무시고 그 고아 우리 스파리 이게 yes 말이고 야게 이거 스파리 이게 big balazofsky masaba oversight bauwater water my lewa bau kisu gotai ki wajo awaje lewa mudu data di balapui jagi gerosa jagi den awko baria wegen departments kare ma bihi jo abu nochti herje ta yochti so jagi na Thursday March 29th it is 2018 the Perkins Komawalo you very two ladies in the wind energy renewables so they go I used to na elected officer get in ni couldn't go that who mari no zera she Armado Popolowski let's say Polish get it from U.S. Global Energy him and investor get it and they the meeting was in regards to projects in wind energy and solar. The following topics were discussed: land availability, studies in wind analysis, marketing, assessment obstacles in economics, non-disclosure agreements, grant applications, accelerated tax credit, and reinvestment to investors after increased land value. In 500 acres, Kodem Kowachi, and Yagi, but Malo says that in the war, man, no they said about that. Big Bob Kunagaga, Baka in the Gaga, AJ, not afraid. You war man, cook that one Bachi, couldn't you believe it? You walk here so to begin Bob Mushubo, Carl Van, Cookie, Grapevine Road, could take your one wind energy, get and give you on Colorado, buy it, it's going to obstruct the scenery like this, like Colorado was jail. They did not get enough, go up, we should possibly go to a goal. Shield, yeah, I'm going to go cone on you, go eat cotton check, and birdie, Armado Pavlovsky, what, and but no one in the school, if the market could have, because yogi, so by you, but they want to get. And Mausa, NDA, getting non-disclosure agreement, non-disclosure agreement, good, not how they do, but where what Mama you share. Ekion, where you get out of DMD, Denver. Kutte, Karagahuna, Bishbari Chuav, studies Kare, Karamaju Pita, the Hukon, Kure, NDA, get Kohap, Yage, go east to Sahar, Gazgina, and Maula, Koi Duka, the him, 230, your Maula, Agawa, the Shiptime, Yagomu, and Mikey, Hina, Babishka, solar, when you solar book couldn't up 500 acres could I not couldn't solar energy getting good news called why later couldn't you call it and the investment that I had couldn't the towers could have wind energy and then you solar and then take a and coke Palmary was Masa, break by Mario, the wall, Maula, the Tawaju, Pitaleo, a hot graduate watch away, and then non-disclosure agreement, and again, that verdict took to look to big product, and the hay, the balls on your head. they're going on to the Coney, much you. And no who is, and no cook what you shoot in April 10th. And I always say, die ook niet zo hard, she is the guy, man, I'll tell you what, piece of it, location declaration, no senator, speaker, or coach. All then. Die push him out on the body, say why, And I'll go get these, Lakewood, Colorado, and Senator Yellowtail, Date. I got what was that? Packed up. You're Darwin, couldn't it? Oh, Frank, Lloyd, go, Date. Him the Tom. Him in bike it, what do you do? Him no bike it, come right here, the ship. Bike it, no Solomon, go big, Native American Bank, you put a that looks saw, but I got tired. Who cover a heat to be? Who put a what I'm saying, big cook's age. But I cook with you that big cook's bike it, will tell the Yost side. You're going to watch my dear buff, the Native American Bank. It's easier to buy another bank. Instead of starting one, it's easier to buy another bank. That way, go sake, get the know with them from the ground up. They're going to balash at, go ball you put the head, model size, you get what they do how they do. And Solomon, go meeting, get out of them, go walk ball out you. And then at Kodak, you'll get attendees to that as well, ball out. Then at Baia, the meeting was with Excel Energy. Now, Excel Energy. This old big shaft, kies today, hey, I get leader to leader, my, no middleman, but I get a look ball up, but I always call it, hey, what we can be. I'm tired of the middleman. I go tired, you bala, you I'm Jim Bala, Bills to Chibi. You, I'm look at his say, yo, so what a middleman, go to Bala, you get Bills Bala, take you. Get the end of it, I mean, we died out of cook. Leader to leader, go to him in Excel Energy. This blaze open, Shay, 1974, we go to those set. Come east to go. And request for proposal for that deal you. And I'll say that Denver. I'll say you're going to walk ball on. And vice president of the Excel Energy, with them, renewable energy, with project. RFP is going to request for proposals. Could they get with Baulau? And they are going to go regional. They're going to Minnesota, they're going to North Dakota, Washington, region, Asia, and cook it gas outside. The head of them and Brecht by the gas, Duke gas, and then the renewables, then open fossil fuels, coal, RFPs, him. Every year, 3 years at a time, contracts that are request for proposals going to deal with it. Request for proposals going to deal with. You don't know how to nurse to go you page, that open shake ahead the market, the type of coal that we need. Converted in, you have Circle Energy, you have St. Cloud, Minnesota, go this open shack, a geisha naza, and bought it out to you. I wish to do it. I want to know, till again, my dumb me to you, bought it, love me, to touch it, I wish to do it. If it's lucrative, if in the long haul, if we can make some good money, cook, we can consider that. You'll predict, and what else will you do, guys, like that? And Excel Energy was leader to leader, you got Ken Brent. Each is a workbook body one, because I'm going to Westmore and a workbook body one. Co workbook, but I was cool, but I was actually, and you're not going to know what it is, but I was idea, we hated them. Welcome, madam, go over them board off, but you need Bahu, Corona. You look up, but it is also, but it was check that. las sagil, go Tom sagil, bakalaka. In go, in Westmoreland, Kaliwakis, they were middlemen. They just run your operation over there. No, Westmoreland. No Kenneth Bryn, Biachi Jewy. No Westmoreland. I wasn't Nasashik. Who na a mawla so I gave Jan. Who we had a deal sagi. They did it, but I so quick say against you me cure. Against you that and the Excel energy do it. And Koge, who said it, a khashe, cook mazab, natural gas, but it's a good diet in the energy sector. That who deal with it. And they're a big firm with it. I do got a look page guy, you can know what's more than Koge operation today. No, then you need to offshore the and but they tell was that the AJ Bacher in the garbage. It I get no what's more than I wish to molest spotty. I wish to molest from 25 million hit by AJ. Could I think we can get it for less, say. Him investor good we should spot boy I wish to move. And the other your money taken Westmoreland. Could the party allow him Diwali wall guru. Arish to party allow him Diwali wall guru. Kagoni and Mojek chat. Could there buy that? They're going to come Tawari, chief engineer for Venezuela. So go to Yao, you couldn't call it. Party allow him to go new. The class you to give them a feature of you. Could that go chairman. En was up that you cover off kind of boy water get up tight in a way side house without side bar meetings without and up there at Siemens like you know you Christian Bocha not the Jocho Kalachti you if you die Siemens will good oh Siemens who get hydro ties you cook a couldn't company get a couldn't world international but come out that we wise to could go in Siemens and make hydro gun up they ship Sorensen was again hydro they oka big start they after they but they on hilage or new and Siemens had a good not came again turbines good na Siemens will go couldn't that and couldn't go about and Thursday, February 1st, 2018, in Sheraton, the day you'll mow along, Hogan Native American Bank, he's Nassau, cooking a Native American Bank, Kosewa, the girls I'm going to say, Baden Ballari usually much, million garage plates. Loan garage again, Mamsab and Bari business today, Margaret Conan, Punio, the new Sado, you can cook. And a Native American bank in Cook today, you there, another tree Wednesday, January 31st, from 11 a.m. to 1:30, you can Sheraton go. And in about today, and last minute, gosh, last week, Kirish, go meet your race side, the drop of a hat. Beach a wall, body. I'll shoot the hot body. And make goulash, bow along, got the 6:45, got them come. Big text with them. Galora, to the car, body, couldn't put by the yoke, and you could see why the yoke. And you could actually took a schedule hook, we should take you. Galora, to the car, hey, so I will shoot, I put up my body at you. And now Sheraton, and now Papa, good cooking up. It was in Longview. Longview, the solar hybrid. What I said, could have voted in the Sorensen Bocha. Freeman Bocha, enough. Yeah, but enough. You, Swanson and Seaman, major areas, but enough turbine, get it, and 23rd, Tuesday, January 23rd. Na, ja, get land buyback, you coconut becho, couldn't put all your getting land. Na, ways of say Hodaya, hope God, na canoe. And again, Alberto Vegas will go. Colette Adolf will go to Colette land appraisals, but it did go him. Yeah, get enough fractionated lands, but some East Jimmy could go over the East wall. And me again, the June got the aware of East Jimmy. Yeah, get and Paula, then but just about where cars is go East Jimmy, and then Crow Keys for that. And but some be cool, when come on, we don't know how much they're giving us, go try. You walk with the hell. Hey, can you get it go? You could die is body to it of 1970s, can go nag, go nose a signal. And administration, he got about get out be to what he all be cut. 1970s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, Biruchen, bij hem, in mijn huis, die jullie. Waar is het? Dat weet je al, daar we ook met bomen gegeven. Maar je al, wat die daar waren, bij is je weer Biruchen. Als je dit daar wordt, dan kom je weer en kan bij is je dus heb je wie waren die. Agenda gerukt op daar, ik zag die waren al. Gewoon niet, die gaan through the line book, goed. Sabi book, goed boek heen, daar gaat bij de boek te zeggen. Boston. That's the old 1948 Constitution. And Hiraka, I would have all you, that's like your Scott Russell, so we have for the Mauritanians, that L.R. Gadesh. Remember that? All you. He's in charge of all the C-stores and all the Pro Nation Express. And nobody skewered it. Hey, buddy. So that wouldn't happen. Just say you up. Bilga, what go ahead. And again, who is Coach Shake? Again. But I agree with that big my own opinion, when I was in here, that it was making money, then we can pay it back. But I wanted a separate account over there at Balash. Slug is still going to that big, to that black hole I was coded. And the revenue of this, we took Akasaura again, Scott, Akasaura, Gombia, Aurelic, a Malarius, Balarium, Aurelic, payroll leaves. I know that. Augustat, I always think. Beer Crutches, look at you, Wachara. You always think. And who is Scott Biaki's rim? So $159,668 Kadajum. In the rip, but he go to gig. He go down different programs, transportation, cook 638, cook. They pay for their balat gig. See, balat is the Gichi says. Karagoy, it was making money. Hey, Tashota Kagilush, you got to say, Nishkiwuru. How did we pay that $408,000 every year? It's from your land buyback. Land buyback, 244,000 acres. It generates almost about 1.6 million a year. And $1.6 million every year from this tribal leases. Yep, ich bin auch jetzt in der Brutak. I wish to 400,000, 408,000 a year with them. That's how we're paying for that. That's what came to your committee. And they told me about that. You gotta pay for that because you gotta have legislation to pay that back. And that's Kerry Hooks, go get it. So that was something that you had to, what is economic development? Those two things. Economic development, that 408,000. Bought it because we bought that for 2.8 million for Croatia Express. So we'll pay that every 400,000 to them every year. You still will into it then, but a profit could move. But it's making money. They got shells, it is across the board. And now, let them still in the country. Tat's sake. That was a thing JD and Derek Littlelight and Scott were in here that time. Remember that? And that was about their fencing too. It all blankets that. And Karagoy, economic development something. So that's what a lot of that falls under, and that's Karagoy cabinet had today was 8 times. You got it. You'll give it. So, you could all you guys who it's building a nation. How do you separate the politics from the business, from the government? And they're going Sologate is important. A Sologate Balu Avi Malu committee then we can move forward. What's a joke of Solomon Inc., Nance Morgan, all. It gives a lot of authority to the, in theirs, legislative branch, authority, and you get all. But our Constitution, the word is administer, executive branch, administer, good day. You're supposed to make laws, not to administer, unless you change that. Yep, but the administer is a big hammer. Each is I still maul out that administer. I think if they said administer, executive legislature administer, that one word will administer their own funds, their own budget. Then the judicial will administer their own budget. Those three, I think it could administer. But it is all EPs like butt charge. But you're supposed to make laws. And data, hey, you all wrong, butt charging with Ron Arneson. We had a lot of debate on that. And that word, administer. And then you can be challenged to go to court unless we change the Constitution. I always want to see the Constitution be amended, make it better. 17 years for that in Margarita. It still works. It worked better than the 1948. That's just my own opinion. Opinion now. In the Constitution, what laws have passed. I get the cutbook out, but you like the tweet. So, but we have to be reminded. Last time Jay Harris, choose up, legal J's. But he watches Jay's. Mao Kuyagas, read this. But he want the cut the group, but sure, and the JAR with a foot. And Bill, CCLB, it is the cut the group. You can quite go Jay's. And Milo. That's all get in. But check with the Ho Chunk Nation. What is Seminoles. And again, the Ho Chunk In legislature. The Ho Chunk In chairman will be on the board. their vice president, Seminoles, will be on the board. The vice president will be a chairman of that Seminole Corporation, and then the chairman will be a vice president. Because I don't know, some of you can remember that. And that's all Inc. And that's when the Solog Inc. will umbrella all these different subsidiaries. Asian Express. Board, that board has to be professionals. Joe Cult, but Joe Cult, Joe Cult is going to help us with the Solog Inc. Once we get it all drafted up, they'll come in and then the Maloku. But you know, one of the things in Building a Nation 2006, Carl Van, Building a Nation, and judicial, legislature, and the cabinet heads, directors, and the 4 elected from the executive branch, we met for 2 days in Bozeman. Joe Call, Buka, investor from Pequots, Pequots, recognized as a federally recognized tribe. And so there's 3 things that you have to do in the whole chunk, the building a nation, from separating the politics from the business, from the government. And one of them, you have to have a strong judicial system. In other words, you got to have a business court. Business court, then the legislature, then creating the laws, the corporation codes, but also the corporation create good CEO, what separates that, the corporate, the board, as it grows, you can add more board members on it. But you got to have a lawyer, you got to have an accountant or CPA, you got to have good leadership. The CEO, the CEO will oversee all the subsidiaries. The managers will be business. The CEO sometimes to start off with, unless you put it in this articles and the bylaws that we want this member, co-tribal member, work with the CEO to be trained to step in. You can put on to give. And what in today's them patu can managers and the executive branch will not do that work anymore. And then the Solog Inc. will be its own entity in the business world. And you, and could be a Solog, we're targeting for May, for July, but we'll get that draft. But it's kind of hard to get lawyers to tell you the truth on our end. Paul, ik can submit my Kodasar. Sean can tell you all about that too. But he was always saying, and somebody else will tell us what's going on. But he was always saying, that's the truth. And there, who could go hard to you, And now I want to go back to this meeting we had yesterday, because these old the proof didn't look down much. This was at the drop of a hat. I was there, Canute was there, Scott Russell, Cedric Black Eagle, Burdick, Solomon, Bill Elroy Nomi, this Scott Seifold will go up, and now Walter Echo took off by no with him, call him Dodge so Solomon, what Solomon does that? Bech will go Sargi Hall, hold a pool. And Ackerman, the law firm, Ackerman Law Firm will go. What they do is they restructure finances for tribes. In Hooverish, they're going audit, that 2016 audit, they're going to body you stay there. So Scott will be straight. You know what, how big of a hole in the red are you guys in? Big hot colleague, 55 million, Mom. Scott, we're in a hole, 68 million, and every day it's growing. 68 million in a hole, what do you get? Try. And data you, and 20 million of that is 638 to federal government. Out of that 68 million, 20 million is federal. Scott, I mean, the other just Scott, oh, there's no me to it. Home, wow, long. I'm enduring, bottom all. You have Billy's apartment library, second floor, the little mall up, can I get him? Next to go in the Ackerman, Chicago, we'll go up, they have like 700, it's a 700 lawyers. They specialize in everything. Walter Echo, there's a couple of tribes that were in the same boat as you and I, and they didn't have no resources. One of them is the Pawnee Nation, 60 million in a hole, what do you get? 60 million in a hole with them. They're going to table, this was the leadership. They looked at each other and they didn't know what to do. So this Walter Echohawk is a Pawnee, and his brother John Echohawk was part of the leadership in the Pawnee Nation. If you guys don't do anything, it's going to be bad. You guys, so this Walter Echohawk brought in this John Seifel, or Scott Seifel. So we went in, and we started working on how can we generate revenue to have a payback. But we go in without retainer, going to get deal out of it. We don't ask for any money. We got money. We want to bring money to you, not take money from you. So there's a retainer. But we got them out of but they created businesses. We made a strategy for them to create their own businesses in Nawaba, business all. They took over their leases, tribal leases all. Again, reservations, they saw that they see that Alati land and tribal lands are going on the penny for dollars today. But when we take over, we get to these to these white ranchers and farmers that have top dollar going to get away usually over there. That's another field that we can do for the tribe, because we've done that for them. And then also, our prices are, if it's an associate, $100 an hour going to get. Then if it's them, they got $100 to $600 an hour. That's how much their lawyers cost, and in between. And so with the Pawnee Nation, how long did it take you from sitting down, signing this retainer, and moving forward, Mom? 3 months did I get. So in about over a year or so, they have a healthy government. Not only that, but the business is always healthy. But they don't got no resources. They get Pakkahes ways, get Santa Fe, Sean, you can Sarala, you get a moose, guys, you can put those good up. Pakkahe today. En kute, kun pueblos keren kun ilusisuke. Mas dekari, mas dekari. En minna kun ilusiskairum, Anthony Rivera, yage Cedric Achbai, UTEP, look at Anthony Rivera, he was part of that leadership, and they also helped him get out of the red and into the black, and they didn't have any resources. So yesterday, the conclusion of this meeting, Ackerman out of Chicago, Naskai Seifold, he got adopted out. He said he was 3 years old. Cliche, but his mother is a full-blooded Cherokee. His dad is part Chickasaw and part Irish. And Miwajinastim, Mashinum, we adopted there in Chicago. And now he's a lawyer, but he wants to help. He's been helping Indian country. I can go and make, live the American dream and make my own money at the Indian country. So this law firm, Cedric and I believe Solomon were the ones that met him at that res. Because if Anthony Rivera who are not res, Ushbaum, so that Anthony Rivera go with him, that's that Bitcoin, crypto something, crypto bank, cryptocurrency. And there was a guy that they met. They introduced us to him, and that's when this Anthony Rivera said, I'd like for you to meet this person. And Solomon at Biuk Tewam, they got in Scott Seifel, we told him about the situation of the Crow tribe, and then that's why I came with the invitation. And Emil Cook, how this came about in Kukra Ackerman book, and you got the portfolio, what I'm going to copies today. If the conclusion of it was a non-disclosure agreement. You've got to sit down and talk with the chairman. If he wants to move forward with this, take the approval of that, so it's going to come to you guys. So that's where it's at. Yeah. And Koju Mijoahad and Koje Yoga another thing, Kirby King can shoot. Kirby. They walked him out the door. Escort could have. So now Kirby King can bomb really to there on the executive side, judicial wouldn't code it. Instead of the 80-hour club, but it's the 40-hour club. 40 hours at a time. We're paying out of the general fund. General fund paying for federal fund programs that they get. Cash flow. And then a while ago, before I came, I sat down with it. You can set your up by you. And that's Tom Hall. What beat you in? But a Zachchi, Amavia Bureau of Reclamation, Settlement Act, the Montana Cold Water Compact, that's a separate. That's where that 15 million beam off. But they held it hostage. That 15 million. They held it hostage. That's a whole different story, but in that 220 million, got them out of that 460 million, 220 million, got them. Hey, Bala First Interstate Bank, that's the settlement. Settlement, gonna need a getting the settlement, good is. Direct BMO, BOR, Mark Tiring. And if Tom Hall was here, good work, be to all of yeah, it would be a relief if BOR, nobody's beautiful ship work. We can hire about 50 people here. They bought it, they say the gate. And make, an agreement, good enough previously, it bodish, allocation, good every year to the Pro Water Resources. And now 4.77 million, good July, get it. Miriam Smith and Miechbijwe, your data, Joni from Miechbijwe, Joni Horn. Roland, Miechbijwe. 12 million, good I get that investment, good deal, out of that 220 million that's sitting in the First Interstate Bank. Real investment, good up there was Clinton Soden, Miechbijwe. And it was during this campaign, go Bush, go cut man, we got a lot of information, go manage to go to jail with a moody. Go there, Clinton Soden, short question, mom, that 220 million, I think it was about 2% that First Interstate will make money off that, all of the interest that's sitting there if you guys don't invest that. And invest, go boom. So we're investing that, so it generated money. 12 million, come up, July, yes. At that time, Marion Smith, we're going to be short. We're going to be short about 80 million, 83 million, 83,000. We're going to be short, and we can't have Pro Fair. Pro Fair, move it, 300,000. Mom, they had Pro Fair. And peace is Joni's that 12 million that was supposed to go to the BOR, interest Kadesh. 12 million Kadesh, General Fund Kasum. General Fund Kasum, 4.7 million Gadazi. I go now wait, 8 million Gadazi, BOR. But that's our money. BMO. Man, sometimes I get in that BMO says that settlement that belongs to you. You settle to waive some rights that you have. And now it is ball on she major bike ball could bike race site. And waivers, what's the waivers with the water of that settlement act? Kadesh mom. And then Riverbed said, we waived some of those litigations. That was part of some of those waivers. DuPont immediately waive, go boom, to settle for this money. BUR could be it. And Bureau of Reclamation, I can't believe that. The federal government might have did and BOR when it gets 220 million. We had one meeting, Biajim Balak. Tom Hall was Bala screen reality Mio give up for that in Amadio. 1.3 million can draw down without for the March to for April. Put 1.1 million without even doing anything. Man, I can't believe that. A monocle did it. I got two opinions. Reyes was bought in. David Glass was such a he was at that Excel Energy appointee, get it from Bush administration on loans. So they get called David Glass, come on, I ran into him in Rez. I wanted his opinion. I have to explain it. But they need to get one. They don't even, it's not their money, hey. That's not their money. That settlement actually belongs to you guys. Doesn't even have to pertain to Bior, Amanakure, Kaili. Well, here's what Tom T. Hall. Palaka, just go out to jail guy. Yeah, Tom Hall. Ja, ik heb een hoogboekbouwer Nelson, oh ja. Jude Nelson, please, or Bauhaus, finance, deal. Ja, ik heb settlement, ik heb interest credit, investment interest credit. According to 638 funds, $638 what about it? And the other side of the deal, pro tribe, Polish ball, CFR wouldn't deal sales too much, so you got to do all the paperwork. Yeah, getting away why you just deal on behalf of the tribe. Are you guys ready for that? And we can't even put the bill come out we should. But the point you saw you way why him so. What does it
Set that up again. We're gonna have some meetings here to try to get this thing going and get things right. But it's gonna take some legal advice and all that kind of stuff. So maybe we can set up a meeting here pretty quick to get this thing going. That's all I want to know.
Yeah, we will come and bring something to the table.
Solid game. Toda. Anything? If not, we'll go to the Vice Secretary, Mr. Backbone.
Oh.
Thank you, Vice Chairman.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, legislators, visitors, speaker, secretary. Give you my report here under the 2001 Constitution, quarterly report. There's no major changes from last quarter. My only oversight is in the water bottling project. That's all we got here. We have completed the project for a while now, and then the water code, submitting a bill or revisiting our water code. The water code is needs to be done before I can start this project. We have our water code. We need a water commissioner, we need a whole board, and they don't understand it. So I wanted to bring these fellows from Fort Washakie. They're called Moon River Associates. And they've been doing water codes for like 40 years. And they gave us some insight on our code. And I asked Alden the other day, we had a meeting with him, and he said our codes in Washington, D.C. right now to see if they can be passed or not. I was like, all right, whatever. So that's where we're at. He said, I can give you a permit for now to do your bottled water project, but it's not really a professional thing. A while back in February, I went to the bottling water project. I want to take some of you guys, but you guys are pretty busy then. But it would be good to visit something like that to kind of envision what we are going to see in this project. I still have a lot of hopes for it, and you know that business you're talking about, with C-stores, you know, the code, not the election. Also, could not a subsidy give them solar, they cut their electric bill in half. Let them guys use the money. You know, things like that. I was thinking about that. What am I going to get out of it? So that's the whole. This quarter has been kind of rough, you know. But you know, for the people, by the people. And there's a group over there, someplace. I don't know. You guys probably wouldn't. I don't know, but they're having a petition to get rid of us for executive because we're not doing nothing. I can't do nothing. You know, things like that. It's moving. Something's moving. I just want to kind of put it out there. This is my report. You know, it's been the same report for the past 2 years. Not much, but I'm there. I do it. Every little thing I get, I'll work on it. You know, I had 12, 15 oversights last time, but I don't have one now. And it's pretty disheartening because you see the dumps, about 130,000. Bullets, I got an email from him, she was 160,000. I mean, Just try to get a loan, you do that, pay it up. I would go for referendum. Toilet people, our natural resource can be online. All the people, things like that. The idea, that's my idea. And it's just disheartening sometimes. But I still go, and it's very important. This I always talked about it. Someday maybe we'll get some per cap from that too. If the coal mine's going, maybe this is the next horse. Things like that. The ideas are still there. So I just want to kind of push it out there, put it out there, and thank you, Speaker, Secretary, for giving me some time. Any questions? Yes, sir.
Something to look.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Yes, members of the body. We're in the dark here at the branch. When they want us to know something, they'll let us know. We never had no reporting. Our casino shut down. Never told us about it. I believe they pushed out one of the commissioners of gaming. They pushed out one of our commissioners. And we never had nothing. No communication. And when you sit here as a legislature, you walk out that door and everybody's hitting you with all these questions. So when you come in here and ask these questions, you're a bad guy. It'd be good to see that. If you could give us the documentation on that bill, that $138,000 for the trash and bullets too. See that?
I got
Thank you.
a question. Thanks, Brendan. I got that from EPA because I went and seen it else. So it's an EPA thing. So I went and emailed Connie. She sent it to me. I'll get that, and then I emailed Willis. I called and said, "Are these your remains?" Remember that too? So he said, "I'll send it," and he did. He sent it. And all last year, he was related. So it's up there. I got the list. I'll send it to you. Yeah, that's no problem. That's transparency. That's what we're there for. When it's not transparent, then it's why we're there. There's no secrets. There's no secrets about that. Right now, we're doing everything. And it should be like that. We should be like rejoicing and having a good time and all that, but we can't even have that. So thank you. Any more questions?
No, Senator DeMartin.
I had to put in gas for Head Start. Hey, Bokko with that. Put in gas for their bus one from Billings. And this evening I'm going to put in gas for their prior route to that. And it just here. And when AJ came in here with Joseph Eve, on HHS, 1 point something million, they want us to pay it back. And I'm all eager cool. And I went to an administrative meeting at Head Start. Henry pretty on top. I've never seen this money come in or budget up with and that's part of my job, man. And I'll leave here. I don't know what we're paying back. And I got him. They never went to school. And he donated prior. These calls and Kushiwaji and Moxagia.
Good. Putting in gas for the teachers. That's good. I got him. I got it. What about it? I got it. You want to get and that. Directors could have a big and what because pretty much they don't tell everything. They don't tell the truth on anything. You have to sit them there and ask them. Hearsay. They go even say, "Pull up cheese." Tayo walk the oversights, pero by the oversights, pero it's going to be Egypt.
Sean oversight they only gave him one oversight. And and that's what's all getting. And we're left in the dark. And we're part of that branch. Like Ken Brennan, he had a meeting on the energy, didn't even invite me. And he's got my email. Whatever I find out, I'll send it to Sean. And whatever he finds out, he'll send it to me. I looked at it, he was all. Yeah, we got our pay cut. And But Kuxawako, we Krishti, there is a chip bill, Hak say, and Hak say, I can't help you guys. Because they come him, spies, they get a Karibish stuff. And each is a pay Karasan, who black water, Kuxaw. And you will get a son. And they we get reimbursed out of our own pocket. We pay for our own gas. And we get reimbursed. We get to do. You guys got introduced to Joseph Eve and Dennis Adams. We never even met him yet. And that's reality. That's what we're working through. They watch this side. And they, Head Start was one of them. Head Start. Kirby King, Kirby King, that was one thing that Head Start bus driver, got him custodian, got him up for him. January 3rd, come miles of me, you still 2 weeks ago, our first paycheck, I get a check. Teachers couldn't go on and couldn't use the late time because there was not enough general fund money to pay them and enough 638 funding get it. What happened was that in all Kadesh deal, Kirby King said that Miriam Baita Bidahes would have got it done because she was gonna hire some auditors that are pretty good. Kirby King Kathleen Adams, the Tafuna Tusi out of the tribal leaders, boss. They took all them boxes over there to tribal leaders for the 2016. And Dion Killsback told me that February 23rd, audit Karedia Wall watch again. Come you watch Wally, Dad, you watch Wally, Dad, you watch Wally. From Dion, tell me when you're gonna have that audit done on. Then what do you watch this side? Even when we send our emails, text messages, phone calls, David Friedman, Melissa Waldy, we don't get answers from them. You could eat. So we're left in the dark. I go tired, get you what's all. Yes, sir, and go make Head Start. I couldn't Kirby King and me and teacher and I go. In a Head Start, the phone yes, adverse opinion or adverse opinion. They're going to adverse opinion. But Joe on that contract on that 638. Yes, that money is sitting there and the 638 funding get added because and 425 reports today. Yes, there's just some. So the money hasn't come in from all these programs. And adverse opinion, well, you can correct that. Report that there's still some non-compliance to the adverse opinion. Hey, you still can't correct them about what 30 days. 30 days, but I just corrected. Hey, so they did that. So the chairman listened to Tafuna, then Kirby, and Kathleen Adams. I agreed to Kathleen Adams. We can still do that. So we did that behind the chairman's back. Report 425 reports. They will come. Nobody should do it. So you can cook, and that's probably some of the things that. That's probably why I got fired. Probably one of the reasons that I got fired. And so you could ask, I guess. So those 425, I get. Oh, and then watch it, agent. All the general fund is used to pay for the federal employees in Nicolesh, Crow Water Resources, the general fund is carrying all those guys at the Crow Water Resources, Tom Hall from Nicolesh. And Miachi gives you all. Correct, and he wants to want to the head director is great, cabinet is great, but he wants to raise side.
So there's probably secretary, vice secretary, everybody, senators. I get a good big long guy. They don't like my side, big good.
معظم الساعات بجينا ما بقى ولا وجه غيري بالأخبار ما يبتشكي معظم الساعات الله يقولك معظم الساعات على جيلي لسه بايك تاع بجخ بالي على السوبيون ليش تيجي تاجي ليش خور تاني يقولون again لقى إيكي بام ريبورت زي راود معظم الساعات كابل repeating process in that report, this Hollywood, it comes to us, everybody sitting in the dark. But you know, money, but God, we are there. Mazam sick and like Patrick, like was ki, like Bang, Allah do. Allah again, you will all. He was falling, she was submitted. Mazam was we might charge you like that. معظم السنة بقى كانوا يشتغلوا بكوشي أول ما يشتغل معظم السنة وهو خاصك ولا قديش ما عندش كوكب كلاويش تاجا بيقولوا بقى معظم السنة بجويها وقولي يقولوا ما تاج خوي ما تاج بزخ بالي ما بينه try boss like check كوكتير أو يشتغل معظم السنة بواجه يسار بايل كذا بالو نه Tên mình mà đua là mình mới lấy cái mà ra sẽ biết rồi vào khá sức và cực sức nhà rất là chỉ biết có mình still start và cháu biết vào có ít chết sai oh
darn. If that's it for the Vice Secretary, no, I'll comment while the two officials are here on the executive side. No, we sent a letter out, well, probably this morning on the reporting process. When you guys sat here as senators, one of the main reasons is reporting. Now, we wouldn't get it for a whole year. We've sat here and we've asked for reporting since January. This is just the first quarter. Again, within these rules, it states Section 1, quarterly financial reports from executive branch. You guys know this. I mean, I'm just repeating it to you guys. Maybe you guys, you say it's not your fault, but at least forward the message. Hey, we were supposed to have reports here 15 days before this session. Like directors and I just financials, directors reports. We have a process for the CEO. We have a process for the secretary. Secretary sat here as a speaker. He knows. Did we get anything? We didn't get nothing. I got not one report this session, April session. Jackie, did we get any reports? Usually they trickle here and there, but
Yeah, one of them. CEO.
CEO, what the good job?
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, that's just my point. We've got law that states that they have to have it 15 days here. If not, then there's requirements that we follow after that. So I sent the email today to all 4 officials and the CEO. So Cook, if it doesn't get there, maybe you guys can make sure it gets to the right person. So yeah, Cook, we just sent it. Should have came from our legal on that. So you guys look emails out too, so it should be in there. And we everyone got it yesterday from the branch. Senator Demandi.
Gee, what a pistol look show that because Yellowstone County Court, Sullivan, Koruzi, and there's a lot of talk about 4E eligibility and transferring cases to the court system. And the Watsa here couldn't even get those kids out of that court system in Yellowstone County.
We have judicial, I believe that's scheduled. They contacted Jackie this morning and they're going to give the report. Jackie, is it Friday? Judicial? Thursday, Friday?
Tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay, so they're on the agenda for their report, judicial.
I sent it out to the senators and I think I sent it to executive too.
Okay, so we can question them at that time for the judicial on those issues. Is that it for the Vice Chairman, Senator Stone? Then Senator Robert.
I'm thinking, Speaker, Secretary, body. On a lighter note, maybe you can tell us about those 6 3-pointers you made in a row. Thank you.
I heard it was 7.
You overlooked it, but we'll take it, no? You overlooked it. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, Secretary, members of the body. You talked about that travel, and we can tell you about that travel. And again, we wanted to have cost saving to travel to the res.
Yeah, I did.
So a month and a half, but we made our AP, so our travel would have been like $5,700 for 3 of us. And early bird would have been about $500, but we ended up paying $900. And that day is the day when we were going to leave. We were going to leave at 8 on Allegiant, and then we didn't know we were going to go because all the credit cards were maxed out over there. They were maxed out, and this is coming from Sherry House. And so well, I guess we might not be going. So I came over and just waited at the office, and then at 4:35, she finally said, "There's one credit card that was there. We have money on it, so you guys are going." So I would have paid like $5,700 for 3 of us instead. We paid like $9,300 for that conference. Because if they would have used a credit card back then for us to pay for everything, the rooms and everything, dude, man, we would have had a cost saving. And last minute, you could have came. I was quality this year. Because there's no money for travel. Because I'm not going to moratorium with them, what's that time?
Senator Robert.
Thank you, Speaker, and members of the co-legislature. Again, within our history of the Crow Tribal government, today, about 3-4 weeks ago, delegation at Washington, D.C. installed. Now, Washington, D.C. installed Ryan Zicke, Secretary of Interior, and now, which acknowledged Ryan Zicke told Shugak, Crow Tribal government here, the most corrupt government in the whole United States of America. And attorney in Comey Jersey. And Yellowtail Dam, built. Now, this was still pictures. Short Sabi na Yellowtail Dam, the security, Najik, na Arabish, Sabi yu Kugul. Again, not own house down in order. This is not give you. I can express that for the video on there that Ryan Zicke has expressed that the Crow tribe was the most corrupt tribe in the United States of America, and that we can't even handle our own federal funding and our own state funding. And why should we give the Crow tribal government the Yellowtail Dam to manage? How come we don't step up and start to move on the Finance Management Act, the Justice Reform Act, start to get our own house in order so that we can manage our accounting, make sure that we can start to provide this audit. We'll get Rocky Mountain tribal leaders, Kapuna haters, Hawaiian, going to come there, I was sick yesterday. Thank you. Bahem Hukun. Fairwatch Race Salvation, DOJ to executive, legislature, DOJ to Hawaiian Hook God and Hook Race Salvation. Then Magadish, Goga, Yukot Room, Codes, was Rocky Mountain tribal leaders couldn't government mom was sealed, they spoiled, managed to get out Yukot. Real women affairs. That's a conflict of interest to have Kathleen Adams and that government handling off reservation that's not even within your own jurisdiction on Yekujo. Nega eight Balaos and eight Nawadi, coach ship. The IRS was going to come over here and meet with you, but I told them to hold off. IRS, our trust accounts, our accounts at the bank, whatever kind of investments we have, any kind of funds that we have. The reason is that we are not paying for our payroll tax on almost every organization within the tribe, within the executive branch. Warish Iwishkiwasu, and Warish the Chicherio Yakushe, Dennis Adams Yakushe, and what Tadak Sheila, not been now when they go short by Diwajek Chiku, Upsalagish, Diwajek Chik, Yakun, government boss, the Chiku, and Wissa. Not government today, Upsalagish go out. They Upsalagish come and I like to do it. Short but no government boss. Splam by the short but Tajak by what? Upsalagish, Biri Yukka. Not pictures some my Tajak in Milo. Hey, again, no. Koi Dennis Adams, Shwahi, young shit. They split sanction to do. They not sanction to this. So, but big steel. But it's federal money, so they do suit. Crow tribal government. Hey, choke, but not corrective action plan, really still I will. Are we going to still be 1948 Constitution politicians? We need to step up. We need to get our house in order and start to manage our government the way it should be managed. Cook was sued. Koi Dennis Adams, Balaj's PowerPoint today's we're headed to receivership of Ilkoshe, Diamond, Ilko, Cook. Hey, the nine goodbye walk, Bilhoi walk. UJ Chiku, a salvage. Hey, Bilhoi will get you stuck. The Chish go go, the Chish come let patti. So, by the Shetal of Salvage. About him is a music to deal about his Suhuam and the charge is called of Salvage. By this. Didn't you? Jose Waiwa.
So, Danny, anybody else? Look, if there's no other comments, we'll conclude with these reports on the executive officials, and we did lose quorum, so we'll reconvene tomorrow. Who's got a committee in the morning? Is it 9 o'clock or 10? We're just on for 10 o'clock. We'll start with committee reports in the morning, though. So, committee, be ready for your report in the morning. 10 o'clock. Let's try to get a quorum at 10 o'clock in the morning, guys. Thank you. Oh, thanks for everyone for being in attendance today. Any announcements?
Tomorrow is that St. Labre students.
Okay, we gotta